Hey everyone, let's stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to join the UVH fam, links are below in the description to our Discord or options trading group on Facebook and the Us versus Herd Academy. And if you want to hit that thumbs up button, I would definitely appreciate it. Today, I was up $289 in realized profit. If you made money today, comment below, got paid. Let me know what you got paid on. If you lost money, comment below, learned a lesson, and do me a big favor. Again, hit that like button. Really helps me out and YouTube for the YouTube algo. So kind of getting into today, as you can see, some of my positions have expanded a little bit here. Starting out the week, I only had, snow on, and now I have, a handful of positions here. Got out of Square and AMD, alive here. But let me first, before we get into some of these trades and what trades I'm looking at tomorrow, let's cover some news events, kind of see what's moving the market, see where we're going to go, pushing all-time highs on SPY, Qs. Let's see what it do. SPY right now, it did close at 379.79, it's pushing a little bit up after hours here, but we're just chilling right at the top here on SPY, just hanging out here. Now, it just needs to push a little bit higher to break out here, and I do think that it's going to do that. I mean, it's just kind of been trending up. As you can see, 10 days trending up, 50 days trending up, 200 days trending up. Same with the Qs. Now, the Qs has been a little bit more choppy in here, as you can see, but it's riding the 10-day as well, and I think this is going to try to make a push towards all-time highs. Now, I think SPY probably has a better chance of pushing all-time highs versus Qs, but you never know. I mean, today, we've been having some flat markets with everything that's been going on, and today they did have the impeachment. Now, so far that hasn't moved the market any. Not really sure if it will in the future, but right now the market's just kind of saying, hey, well, who really cares? And we don't really care in terms of trading. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, anything in between, whatever. What matters is your positions, what the stock is doing based on these news events. So this was a big news today, but it didn't actually move the market really any. Mostly just kind of consolidated, was kind of chilling. A couple stocks that were moving today or after hours, SPCE. Now, Kathy Wood with ARK. She's going to be creating an ETF for space stocks. That's why this thing is just taking off. And I wish I was in this. I was in this a couple of weeks ago. I was making money in here and probably should have reloaded on this dip here. I was selling premium. I was selling naked puts on this. Probably should have re-upped into February expiration, and I didn't. But you can't do it all, And this thing is just ripping. GME today. This was a parabolic short squeeze. Obviously they did say they had good holiday sales. Okay, did have good holiday sales, but GME. Going into tomorrow, I have no idea what this means. I was gonna short some premium up in here, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do it because this is just gonna be a headache. It went up to all the way to 38. Shorts are going to be getting squeezed all day on this, and I personally do not want to be one of them. They're reorganizing their board. They had good holiday sales, but honestly, how long do they have? How long do they have? Honestly, you got all the Wall Street bets dealer boys making money hand over fist, which it's fine. Do you, man? But for me, I'm not gonna be selling calls or anything up in here or shorting this or buying puts even. Just way overpriced. I was looking to sell some premium, but I decided to stay away. Johnson & Johnson after hours as well. Now this spike kind of sold off. Johnson & Johnson, they had some good news regarding their COVID vaccine. It generates promising immune response in early trial. Johnson & Johnson's scientists randomly assigned healthy adults between the ages of 18 and 55 and those 65 and older to receive a high or low dose of his vaccine. Most of the volunteers produce detectable neutralizing antibodies, which researchers believe play an important role in defending cells against the virus. So, we'll kind of see what happens with that. That kind of rolls into, J&J. It hit 164, but it's already sold off quite a bit. It would be interesting. It has been trending up higher. Johnson & Johnson's been moving nicely. So there's not really much. I feel like there's not much resistance on here on the 1-year chart. Let's look at the 5-year. Yeah, it's at a 5-year high here. So there's not much resistance here. So, if anyone's shorting this, could be feeling the squeeze tomorrow on this. Rolling into some of my trades here. Now, MRNA. I did sell some premium in MRNA, and because of the Johnson & Johnson news, I mean, you can see that it dipped here on the Johnson & Johnson news because obviously, MRNA has their own vaccine, has got 2 doses. What I liked about it, I mean, it pivoted nicely at 103, riding up 124. Today was a pretty good, consolidation day. I bought it. I put the position on when I was like 124. What I did on it, MRNA, I actually sold the 115, 110 credit put spread. I did get, let's see, what did I get here? I got a $1.96 credit, so pretty decent credit for this for February. So as long as we stay, 115 and above, or 112 and above, should be relatively okay on that. So that's what I'm looking at on MRNA. Also today, I did buy the dip on AMD. I flipped it a couple times, well, one time, and then I went back in. I'm currently down $78 on this position. So on AMD, what I did on AMD was, let's see here, where's this position? Okay, so I bought two. I bought 2 of the 90 calls for $7.69, sold them for $8.16 this morning, or this afternoon. So I bought it this morning, sold it. So what I like about AMD, the lower 90s is my buy zone for AMD. Pretty much, it has been just bouncing around. When it hits 89, 90, 91, it likes to bounce in this area. As you can see back in here, it bounced back up to 98. Back in here, bounced up to 96, 99. So it's revisiting these levels, so I'm going to take another shot at it. There's buyers in this area. It's tested it quite a few times before, so that's what I'm doing. I mean, AMD's down basically as collateral damage due to the Intel news. Intel was ripping up today on the new CEO. The new CEO is going to be VMware. The VMware CEO is going to be the new CEO, and they're shaking the board up. They're releasing 4 new chips. I mean, I don't know if it's going to help Intel's case for the next year or two, but I mean, they're making changes within their business, and apparently investors did like. Now, CLOV down a little bit on it today. I did sell 2 naked puts. CLOV, like I said yesterday, as long as it stays above 1270, I'm going to be okay. Now, CLOV, let me see here on the. It came down. It came down from 1475 this morning all the way down to 1370. But we'll see. We'll see if it holds here because I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I could cut it early, but I'm selling premium here. If I get assigned shares, I'll try to sell some calls against it. I'll work my way around it as well. I did sell a credit put spread also in Facebook. I like Facebook where it's at right now, just kind of chilling here, right near the 200-day moving average. It's a buy for me. If it goes a little bit lower, I'll try to average down a little bit. But I do think that they're going to be pushing a little bit higher when they have earnings January 27th. Facebook, regardless of what's happening in the media, people like to own Facebook. It's in pretty much everybody's portfolio. It's kind of like the Apple. Obviously FANG stocks mostly people own. So any major dips, I mean, this dip from 290, 280 all the way down to 250. And when it hit this morning, 249 was bought up right away and just was kind of consolidating. So today was a good day, to sell some premium. Square, I did do a day trade on today. Square, I mean, I wish I did more than one contract. I just wasn't sure how strong Square was going to be. So Square, I bought one of the February contracts for 1580. At 10 a.m. at 12:35. So 2 hours later, I sold it for $17.75, made $195 on that position. Like I said, I was in the 230 calls, but Square, let me remove this alert. This is my alert. Was kind of chomping in here, just kind of, gradually going up, very nice and steady pretty much all day. I did sell it, thankfully, before it had a major pullback down to 230 because I'd probably be back to break even. Let's see, I put that on at Square, I put on at 10 a.m. So I put that on right in here, and I sold it at 12:35. So I sold it right in here. So, I mean, I think that was a very, very, very good, solid trade for Square. Now, I do think, like on the 1-year chart, I do think that's going to probably try to push 237, 238, if not 240. But today, I didn't really want to get that greedy with everything that's going on. Snow is still a pain in my side. So snow, it moved up today, but it didn't do anything. So hopefully it takes a consolidation day today and actually explodes up tomorrow, 315, 320, 325. I am, currently holding that position. So hopefully I can have a nice consolidation here. I mean, the only thing that I think that they might be doing is this week is monthly expiration for January contracts. I think they may be trying to pin it a little bit to get those calls to bleed out, but at the same time, it is kind of in a questionable position between the 10-day and the 50-day and, feeling the squeeze here. So the ranges are getting tight. Going to see what happens, but, so far having a very good start to 2021. I don't know what this weekend is going to bring with potential protests or riots or whatever the case is. I don't know. So I'm taking profits as I see them. If you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. And as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.